Hello everyone, Agion here, another CoH2 replay. So on the south or north side as the OKW, we have Norsk. So on the south side as the UKF, we have Rollo. We are on crossing of the woods. There's a nice long range map. Should more. Oops. And my volume is a little bit too loud. That should be good. And so it should relatively more favor UKF, I would assume, because they prefer longer range engagements. Though there is a number of flanking opportunities, as well as coming like down this direction, like going on the corners of trees and bushes and all that, but generally more wider open. We do also have an immediate doctrinal lock-in of Special Operations Doctrine, which of course should result in some. We may see some STG overs, but I honestly would like the. No, I don't want to install a Java update. I just generally believe the LMG overs for longer range games are a little bit better. I don't really use this doctrine all too often. Of all the OKW doctrines I use or don't use, is actually this one. Because I sort of like to have a doctrine that contributes to a specific playstyle, but this is just more general. We do have the Kubelwagen engaging the infantry section. We do have Volksgrenadiers help cover straight. The Kubelwagen did sustain quite a bit of damage. We have 3 infantry section opener. No Vickers just yet. Most likely at this range, the infantry section should win out. There is 3 windows. So we do have quite a bit of firepower for the Sturm Pioneers, but of course with the heavy cover at long range, just more favor. Oh, I just realized all 3 infantry sections are right here. So this is entire force right now trying to displace this single Pioneer squad, which is actually quite. While the Pioneer Squad will be forced away, it actually draws quite a bit of attention away from the rest of the map. This entire rest of the map can be easily captured up with the Kubelwagen. Kubelwagen is now just capturing up the items over here. The Volksgrenadiers can hold the line for a moment while reinforcements come in, which should result in some good map pressure by the OKW player. You can also see quite a bit of... Oh! I was thinking that the fuel is a bit favoring the OKW player, but we do in fact have bolster squads being immediately researched, which will provide them a substantial amount of firepower. It really does. I would say this is a incredibly powerful upgrade, just because additional 25% more health and firepower can't be understated. Volks are receiving quite a bit of fire. We have this house being garrisoned. There's a number of windows firing at the moment, which is quite nice. We do have the universal carrier with a Vickers K LMG upgrade, which will provide us some additional long-range firepower. And doing quite a bit of good damage to this Volk squad, even behind heavy cover, killing off some of those low-health models. You have Vikander Warfare being built, a very reasonable option in order to gauge this universal carrier. We got a 4th squad of infantry sections coming on out, still not has teched up, so he may be a little bit vulnerable to our early mech play, having trouble getting out an AT gun. We do have our doctrines Commando Regiment. Probably not. He's already invested quite a bit in infantry sections. The commandos do come out quite late at 3 CP. You have Royal Engineers. Potentially, the RVE, probably not. The Flame Mortar can be nice, but I don't see the Flamethrower being all too useful in this map, as well as the RVE can be decent, depends on how the engagements go. And we also do have Mobile Assault Regiment, which I would say is probably a good option to land matches for long map is separated by quite a bit of water, though the water has been decreased, I believe, in the recent update. But still, nonetheless, pretty good to have that indirect fire saturated an area. Volks here are behind heavy cover while a little bit blobbed up. It's 3 versus 3, and the intersections are more slotted out to win in numbers, but with heavy cover advantage, so I can't really say which way it's going to go. The cannon weapon has been spotted, and the universal carrier has not been reacting. There's a lot of gunfire to help finish it off. It's still in range, and the universal carrier will in fact go down. Do have a supply half-track being deployed on out, which... Let's see if you'll go for Med HQ or Mechanized HQ. Both of them, I will say, are quite reasonable at this point of time.
Squad numbers back at full.
The Universal Carrier has, in fact, permanently gone down, so we most likely will not see any quick Puma. Let's see, do we see any chance of an AEC research? We don't have it being researched, or... So most likely not. We do in fact have a sniper being built. Ooh. To engage for long range engagement, so a mechanized HQ would be best. In fact, he is actually building it. That mechanized HQ would be great to have the Panzer II come in to rush down the sniper. And in fact, intersections cannot get any form of snare, make it very problematic for UKF in order dealing with any sort of light vehicle aggression.
Marksman trained in awaiting a target. Ready to set a command vehicle and call in recon support.
Oh, we do have a doctrinal lock-in now. We do have the Royal Engineer Regiment, which I would say... I would generally disagree with this one, but it could be reasonable. The flame mortars are relatively cheap, so you can't help displace any sort of weapon teams. Vehicle crew repair is always nice if you don't have any engineers, and which he does not have at the moment, so that can be nice. And designated command vehicle is good for the ARVE, but nothing really else. So I'm curious how it will play out. This is usually a doctrine I never really go for. I always find myself very unreliable with the ARVE. We do have the Volksgrenadiers, and the single grenade will be thrown out. He is not moving these guys in cover. In fact, he's not even reacting. May forget about these guys, or may have. This two-man squad may still go down, going with negative cover, but didn't drop any models. We do have the Kohlwagen severely damaged. The sniper was forced to fall back. It was hit a couple times, so now he has to heal it up. Luckily, he does have a medic squad that did in fact retreat to heal him up.
Contact! Small arms fire! Hi, squarehead! How'd you like that? Grenadiers ready!
Panzer IIs now go ahead and rolling on forward. There is an AT gun as well as a sniper to support it. It does have a timely AT gun. In fact, I think he just built it by the time it actually rolled on up. And the 222 has sustained another 2 AT gun shots as well as a sniper. Only one more sniper shot in order to take it out. The sniper can't really move forward as long as those Volksgrenadiers are there. We have this intersection. This fuel has been decaptured, but is not in supply. So all it is denying resources to his opponent, not exactly claiming it for his own. These intersections are moving across the negative ground, which results in some good firepower bonuses for the Kohlwagen.
Heavy machine gun group ready for action.
Ooh, shoot mine, which will hit a couple of models and causing suppression, but the Kohlwagen's not firing upon them.
And Bren guns for extra firepower.
The Piats will come in handy in fighting the Panzer IIs. We may see one of these intersections equipped with some Piats. The Brens will always be good for additional long-range firepower.
Heavy machine gun team ready for battle.
Grenadiers ready.
Ooh, Volksgrenadiers may in fact did in fact get
We've lost a
wiped.
squad of infantry.
You have MG34, two MG34s are now out, so great map control presence. And with a lack of mobile mortar for the UKF, he's going to have to rely on building a mortar pit, which involves him building a Royal Engineer outright, and investing a lot of more manpower in order to build a mortar
Our
pit.
supply
So it's
line's
not exactly
broken.
easily accessible.
Under fire!
The Storm Pioneers only has a couple men left, so repairing is quite problematic at the moment.
Find cover and keep low. Achtung! Prepare for action.
MG34 is eyeing to secure up some points. This point is still secured up by the OKW, but there's nothing here to protect it. Got a cannon warfare, but that can't do much versus infantry sections.
I know it's not like a trip to Southend, but did I say they could spoil my arms? Bloody did not.
This MG34 may just want to go ahead and set up behind these these sandbags, provide some heavy cover, and probably should just generally stay there to protect the fuel. I'm a bit more. My playstyle for MG is not exactly as aggressive, so it's great for defense. Not exactly good for offense. Hence the purpose of MGs, anyways. Snipers go ahead and get his 6th kill upon these Volksgrenadiers. Volksgrenadiers trying to rush him down. Ooh, 6-pounder has found a good shot into the Panzer II. Can withstand one more. Now he has to retreat back. He may have forgotten about it. There's still plenty of time to fire, and there goes the Panzer II. Ooh, this Royal Engineer has been built and equipped with Piets. Good usage for a Royal Engineer. You're going to have to get one sooner rather than later for repairs. Might as well equip with Piets. You have some Brens coming down the line. Looks like just one Bren at the moment. Some Pioneers having trouble rushing down a 5-man squad. Does get one of the models, but does severe damage against the other. Started the healing immediately and immediately runs into a landmine. I should retreat that guy back. While equipped with Piets, it's still doing quite a bit of damage because they're upon negative cover to the Volks. 3 SMGs is still effective.
Your forces have constructed a company command post.
For an English rifle, this one's no bad. Factory made too. My father now.
Another supply half-track has been requisitioned. He is approaching fuel for the Shirapans headquarters, so we may in fact see the Flak HQ come up. Perhaps a good way to help secure this territory quite permanent. Or you can do something a bit more defensive over here or over here.
Secure the vehicle. Location set. Begin conversion.
2 NG-34s have been deployed up, having very good field coverage upon the center and right side of the map. Volksgrenadiers trying to assault the left side. Some Pioneers will have extreme trouble versus STG Volks, but there is a sniper support as well as a Bren group. Ooh, we do have the infiltration grenades being thrown out, but it was a large miss. Those Volks aren't even firing back. Oh, no, they're firing, it's just that they're not really showing any animation. You have a nice flank here with the Volksgrenadiers trying to rush down that sniper. Sniper's already been pushed back. Ooh, very good. Very sneaky. There's a small ridge here. You can't walk up and down this ridge. It allows him just to stay quiet and stay hidden. And now the intersections have come in. Now, however, he's revealed himself and he decides to immediately do a fallback. He might as well. He may lose it, and he will not. Ooh, and those infantry sections ripped apart those Volksgrenadiers as they try to rush him down. putting it right here prematurely, hold fire. Good place to hide away if you don't want to be spotted. And Wiffer has been spotted, forced back. We do have a Cromwell being deployed on out. First medium tank. What do we have over here? We do have a Med HQ, not a Sure Panzer Corps. He may just want to stabilize fuel for the Command Panther, I guess.
Fire! Let's go!
Some Pioneers can hold out for a bit, but they will be extremely outgunned. They're just going to need to get some reinforcements, and do have a nice assault here in the center as well.
Cromwell gun tank ready for action.
MG-34 will be displaced by the sniper, and the Bren group doesn't exactly help as well. So the infantry section try to push forward once again, applying the UKF player has been applying good map. Ooh, there goes the Sturm Pioneer. Losing that Sturm Pioneer is an extreme problem because it's the only source of repairs and expensive to replace. Though you can always get the mechanized HQ repair upgrade. And it looks like this infantry section may be in the wrong side of town. A lot of STGs are bringing down upon them. Cromwell has been making its way forward. Ooh, these guys are very bunched up. They can see quite a bit of fire from the Cromwell. One right or wrong shot really can actually wipe out that squad quite easily. And there goes the Kubelwagen. If the Cromwell could hit at least once, and hitting the ground twice. And there goes the Kubelwagen. Puma is being deployed on out. He needs a mobile AT counter. Won't exactly hard counter the Cromwell, but hopefully the support of the Kenworth where you can make some work happen. Section's heading straight for the cutoff, which will help reduce the fuel income, though he actually has plenty of fuel at the moment, and will probably have plenty of fuel when it's time for the command points to reach up to Command Panther.
Trying to take one of our points.
Sniper almost got rushed down again, currently at Veteran C2. Puma is out on the field, the Kenwerfer is now rolling on up. Puma will roll ahead and go ahead and roll a miss.
Target captured. No enemy contact.
A lot of infantry sections here that this Volk squad will be forced away, no problem.
Reloading. Give me a second. Shed load of cherries. It's a bit, well, it mostly works. Mostly. We have to get nasty.
The Puma can hit infantry units, but mostly its MGs will do the work. The main gun's not exactly too effective firing upon infantry. Cromwell only has a little bit of a scratch onto him. Nothing, not enough to in order to snare a Faust onto him. Storm Pioneers still have not been rebuilt. Repair Pioneers have been built, however.
Grenadiers back to full strength.
You had the command tank upgrade on the Cromwell, an interesting option, I'll say at least.
We're losing a capture point.
He's using his command tank to help push his infantry forward. There is a lot of infantry sections in this general area. The MG-34 is just getting overwhelmed. Over on the right side, we do have Volks and the Puma stirring up the area. There's just only the Rollo engineers to defend. This MG-34 will go ahead and get out of the house in time before getting decrewed by the sniper. This Volk squad may want to fall back. And we do have the Cromwell now moving forward, or the Puma, I should say. We'll get a nice hit. The Puma does have very good range, outranging most medium tanks actually.
Capture complete. No enemy activity.
Ready and waiting.
Damned enemies
Sniper
tried to take a
currently
point from
has
us.
18 kills, did quite a bit of good work. The command tank, what does apply? Was it defensive buffs? Defensive and accuracy buffs?
Supplies
Can't
looking a bit
remember.
squiffy. Line's been cut.
Moves and attack more slowly. Command Vigo has access to air support. Will improve nearby units and increase recharge rates. That doesn't help me trying to determine what type of bonuses it gives the infantry.
A capture point is being overrun.
Combat promotion.
Ooh, that was a very good hit. Almost a significant amount of damage to that unit. Oh, down to one model. He actually may lose that squad. No, he will not.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Oh. That Puma really did miss that infantry squad. That would be a great spot for any medium tank, just not for a Puma. 50mm is not exactly effective versus infantry.
Send orders.
Sniper is out of range of the NG, and probably the sniper should start poking away at it, but decides to keep on hitting the Volk squad. And this Royal Engineer may in fact go down. It's pinned in negative ground. The MG34 is very close to wiping it out. In fact, the dual sniper? Ooh. That's going to be nasty to deal with. You have a drop Bren over here, but nothing, no squad to pick it up. Infantry sections were not invisible.
The demolitions team is ready to give support.
The Churchill ARVE is now available and have enough fuel and manpower to call it in. May just want to go ahead and call that in.
Ready to move out.
And tank is now, the Command Panther is on the field now, but no ARVE. I wonder if he's going. Firefly would be a good option for AT. He has already plenty in infantry. Command Panther has made itself shown. The Pinto Mount is on its way. Snipers being very problematic. The snipers here, he should be able to, yeah. One Volk squad is forcing this guy forward is not exactly ideal. And he got that squad wiped out for not really good reason. The snipers can go ahead and pitch in a crit shot. Yes, the crit shot is on its way. Sentient Bounder is here to dissuade the Panther, but rolling some bounces will get a penetrating hit there. And he does not. He lost that Royal Engineer. He could go ahead and. Oh no, he didn't need 40 munitions for the.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
And making good usage of his munitions, that's for sure. But using that Pioneer squad is very problematic. Those P8s will really help out in dealing with the Command Panther. He doesn't have something that heavy enough to engage it. We do have a Comet tank on the way. So far, the only thing he made use of this doctrine is the command vehicle.
We have 300 points remaining. Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Man Panther's trying to apply this, moves forward just apply the buffs on this interesting section, but it's currently pinned down.
You ain't the dummy you are, you twats! I say,
They're working round the side!
This one. Before we beat them. Wait. I'll be hearing moon people next.
Ready. Oh shit. We're losing a capture point. Being shot at!
While the Comet Tank can be effective versus infantry, it's still not as effective as Cromwell. This Comet Tank will be great versus the Panther, as well as the Puma. Territory has been called on in. Now he's trying to barrage this command tank, trying to get the repairing pioneers at least. Was it double lag? Yes, we do in fact have double lag.
engineers finished, repair complete. We're back at! Listen, orders!
You can see that he's mostly just A moving. Oh, the Command Panther just destroyed the heavy cover. Which, I suppose that's actually a good thing, I think, because it denies the cover bonuses of the infantry section, because he was trying to move forward to that cover anyways. Oop, and he lost, and he forgot to retreat back that one man, and he got sniped. He's losing his infantry section, or his Volksgrenadiers, quite needlessly. Snipers was doing quite a bit of damage to the Puma as well as the Comet Tank.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
The snipers being very problematic for these MG teams.
Shit! Send us help! We're pinned down! We're taking fire from armor over here!
We do have the marked target by the Command Panther. We do have the engine damage by one of the snipers, or temporary engine damage. Please. A lot of good hits onto the Comet Tank. We're receiving quite a bit of damage, but you still have to be worried about these snipers, for those are sporting Cromwell. Snipers can pitch in an unusual amount of damage when you least expect it. They do 80 damage instead of just inflicting a sniper crit, which means they can do actually 2 of them are equivalent to a 6-pounder if they can.
Downed enemies trying to take a point from us.
We do have the repair ability being used. Only one squad of veteran Volks. It is of course veteran 5. The other one is unvetted. A Warferman may be a good option at this point. He has called another half-track, maybe on a set up a Shira Panzer quarters. Obsatsen will be another good option. Make use of his infrared STG 44s or the LMGs. Ooh, getting some good hits on that Pack 40, not Pack 40, 6-pounder.
Ready for action.
We'll go ahead and sprint away because the AT gun of the Brits' veterancy ability is rapid maneuvers for sprinting. A very underutilized ability. The Cypher Squad does not have Piets, but it does in fact have the Minesweeper.
Someone's shooting us!
Snipers will go ahead and pitch in some damage onto the Puma. Puma can always use, if it was veterancy 1, to get the aim shot. Those snipers did a significant amount of damage to the Puma. Ken Werfer will get a shot into the command, the Comet.
Anti-tank gun through kill.
Ooh, got the retreating squad hit. Decrewing that Mechanweapon is actually quite important. It's a substantial fire support unit versus the Comet tank.
Shot it! We've been spotted!
Ooh, very good light hit. Very good light hit.
Sabba's back to full strength.
Once this lot's done with, I'm shooting nothing larger.
More flares coming on in. He has plenty of munitions to spam out the flares, so you should have some very good reconnaissance whenever he so chooses. Full squad a little bit outgunned
The gun is
and
not
outvetted.
crude. Not anymore.
Ooh, there goes this 6-pounder. And the
capture
sniper's
point is
pitching
being
some more
overrun.
shots to try to reclaim this Mechanweapon. We'll lose a couple models. Six-pounders about ready to go down. If a couple of penny shots would happen, it would be quite good news.
Shotting armor! Get to cover! Completed. What do you want us to do now?
Oh, we do have
We're losing a capture
a
point.
Fort assembly room has been built, as well as a fort retreat point being researched, which means he should have some greater field presence in the near future. And with his superior amount of infantry, that would be a great boon. And all that additional firepower, quicker reinforcements would really help out.
Task carried out as ordered.
Advance completed! Target's ours!
Smoke's coming on in to repair the
Enemy
Comet
threatening a
once
capture
again.
point.
The Cromwell still is not currently being repaired up. We do got another squad of Volks. He does have the ship hands quarters. He did not go for Oberstdotson. Panther eyeing for some crushes. We'll get one model. The other, it doesn't exactly. The Panther doesn't have the greatest turn radius. Not exactly great for crushing, but you can always pin up against a say the fuel point itself in order to crush it.
Fucking bullets over here, chum!
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
VPs, only a small difference, only less than 100 of difference between the two, neither counting up in either side. So this game will continue on for quite some time. Snipers go ahead and start picking in some more hits.
Armor! Under fire! Take the masher! Down! Hold in position here!
Looks like he did an infiltration grenade assault, but decides to cancel it midway through, only throwing 2 HE grenades. 6-pounder has been recruited. The gun itself is severely damaged, so most likely next time it gets decrewed, Paul will in fact get destroyed.
Oi! Brecano's army! Fall in! Orders coming in! Pick up the bread!
Looks like he will not see a Churchill ARVE anytime soon. It takes an 18 population, and he's already at only has 10 spare, so he could build when he gets those 2 more reinforcing infantry sections. He'll be down around 8, so maybe at most afford another 6-pounder. Not enough to build a mortar pit, because I think that requires 10. Beaufort's requires 10, I know that for sure.
Someone doesn't like us.
We're making it personal! Under fire! Sandbags!
Cannon Warfare will not get a shot off. Infantry sections were building in the middle of combat. Weren't exactly
Improved
focused
grenades
down.
are being supplied to a capture point is being overrun.
Those bombs have been researched. Interesting. Guess he's not going for the incendiary barrages anytime soon. But he's going to be very strained on his munitions, having all
Enemy causing
that,
trouble, trying to take one of
grenades.
our points.
Snipers will go ahead and get a shot in.
Enemy bastard!
We'll go use the crit shots. We'll miss the sniper. The engine is snared. The Command Panther needs to engage the common tank. The Puma's power to go down is Veteran C2. The Puma is in fact is down.
And well, see, that means I put up with chinless, clueless Englishmen telling me what to do. Oi, Frecano's army, fall in.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it. Under fire! Damn, the bastards are good!
Once the comet gets repaired up, you'll be able to use emergency war speed. Emergency war speed is now available. It doesn't have to be fully repaired.
Enemy threatening a capture
Mark
point.
target has been inflicted once again, but nothing fired upon it. We do have a reinforcement of Panzer IV, so we do have some more medium armor.
Weapon crew lost.
And Panther, well, Kolowski is going for the 6-pounder.
The enemy have 300 points.
6-pounder is now destroyed. Command Panther, however, took a couple shots. He does not have any Storm Pioneers for repair. Only have to rely on these repairs from the mechanized HQ, which are not exactly the greatest, but of course doesn't require any population.
Anti-tank gun has our range.
Mills bomb will go ahead and get thrown on in, wiping out a couple of models because he threw on top of these two windows. Decides to not throw at the doorway, and for that potential squad wipe. And looks like this Volk squad may still in fact go down. So there's 2 members, but there's a lot of firepower from this squad. And will in fact go down. They're not invincible, but he's just very well making good usage of it, keeping them around the back line, picking shots, and make sure they fall back before they receive any substantial retaliatory fire. Smoke rounds coming on in. Now that's a very good idea against snipers. That's very smart. Smoke rounds can be used more than against MGs to help support your CQB infantry as well as smoking out snipers, preventing them from firing.
You'll find it very bracing up there.
Another common tank has been called on in, which will prevent him from fully reinforcing some of the squads. He's at 100 population, out of 100 population. He won't take his 3-man squad and just leave it back at home. It looks like he is.
Anti-tank gun putting rounds on us.
This Panzer IV as well as the Panther are damaged.
We've had a promotion, and about time. The capture point is being overrun.
Again, Worker will be forced away. In fact, those bombs comes on down. We'll get one of the models to decrew the weapon.
Squad knocked out.
Ooh, he lost a squad of infantry section. Guess he doesn't worry about overpopulation now. He could go ahead and force fire the cannon warfare. Snipers goes and pitches in a couple of nice shots. Somehow gets the rear armor of the Panzer IV. Panzer IV has main gun destroyed now. That makes it very vulnerable to being rushed on down. Command Panther will stand in its way, but gets an engine turret crit from the snipers. He needs a Storm Pioneer for repairs. Still has its snared turret crit. We'll go and throw a smoke on top of the Panzer quarters. Now the artillery will come in for raining 7 shells each, if I remember correctly. Sheer Panzer quarters has the same huge amounts of fire now. He needs a Storm Pioneer squad. He is building Jagdpanzer. I would generally say another Panzer IV against common tanks. Jagdpanzer is probably a good idea. And there goes the Sheer Panzer quarters, denying that Jagdpanzer. Now he's going to have to rely on the King Tiger Pumas. Warferman may be a good idea. Getting a pair of Mechanwarfers out, as he needs AT. He lacks infantry support as well. The Mechanwarfer here was in fact destroyed. And Panther is at 2 stars infantry, but severely damaged. He really does need a Sturm Pioneer and upgraded with the hazard removal kit in order to get better repairs. Panzer IV has been repaired up. Funny thing though, something I learned from Steel Division. The Model J is actually a downgrade of the standard Panzer IV. It is a downgrade in fact that it has a Panzer III engine as well as turret rotation engine or motor or whatever it's called. So actually the Panzer IV-J has a very slow turret rotation in real life. Fun fact.
An engineer unit is ready for action.
Repairs completed.
Our capture
The
point.
Panzer
They're trying to
IV-H
take
is actually the model that has the armored skirts on the side. The Panzer IV-J only has the armored skirts around the turret. Generally anyways, I think that's more the conversion stuff. This Grenadier Squad will retreat back with one model. Those snipers being very, very problematic. There is a drop Bren over here, so if he builds a he can't build Oversaucen. If he builds a Storm Pioneer or Volk Squad, he can go ahead and pick that up for his own usage. Well, if he kills these off these snipers, it would be really great. A Warferman is not being built, which is a very good idea. Mechanwarfer will go ahead and get decrewed by the Sturm Pioneers as well as the Comets to support. The Sturm Pioneers has sustained quite a bit of fire, may in fact go down. Losing that Sturm Pioneer, that Aurora Engineer, will be very problematic.
Under fire from enemy tank.
I haven't seen a Sturm Pioneer for quite some time, haven't I?
Let's move.
This Command Chromo has been doing great work. He hasn't done all too much himself. Really buffing up these Chromos has been doing quite. These Comet tanks have been doing quite effective. These turret rotations, these snipers have been getting some very good usage out of their crit sniper ability. The Sappers could go ahead and pick up that Bren just to deny it from his opponent. Unless they're equipped with Piets. I see, yeah, they're equipped with 2 Piets, never mind. Ooh, that sniper sustained quite a bit of fire. The barrage coming on in. Or first barrage. Ooh, get some good hits on one of the intersections, but not too much effect. The lack of Sturm Pioneers is really hurting him now, maintaining repairs for these 2 vehicles.
Back at full strength.
Every day since we came ashore.
Enemy causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
Ooh, white phosphorus on top of the Mechanwarfer will force it away. That 2 Comet tank is have the marked target upon him and is at 50% health.
Heavy tank reporting. Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
How'd you like that?
There is MG34 to protect this area, but dual snipers will remove half of its. Is going to remove it quite quickly. One sniper shot missed, so most of that gun will not be decrewed.
Sappers back to full strength.
Somebody's shooting at us.
The vehicle crew repairs have been very effective for repairing up all these Comet tanks.
Take cover! Bloody push over!
Very diplomatic.
Sometimes I don't understand why I'm trying to use the panning effect so you don't have the mouse be a bit more controllable. But we do have the Piets and try and engage the Command Panther, but it's not doing all too effective. The Piets are still pretty
Losing a capture
inactive.
point.
We do have another flare calling. I wasn't sure where it was. Oh, it's over right here. actually will spot the snipers. I think he's going to barrage the snipers. Oh, with the Warfman. Trying to hit the retreat path, but does he even know that this is here? I don't think so. If he would know this is here, he would have barraged with the Warfman and tried to destroy it. And this stuff, he would have got a very good shot there. The fact he does not know about the forward HQ is very, very detrimental. He has a perfect counter to it, but does not know it's there. Chromo tank will go engage in, but it's now severely damaged. We need to fall back. Chromo tank's currently repairing up thanks to the command ability. 2 sniper shots will go and severely wound that Kennever squad. Ooh. That was a nice little quick shot.
A capture point is being
The thing
overrun.
is, I don't see either using a ability. Is that something they can just generally do? I did not realize that.
We've been promoted.
The snipers got hit by a light, but ooh, the other one got hit by it as well. I think now he realizes a forward HQ there. The Warfman is not off barrage yet.
Oi, Frecano's army. Fall in.
Both those snipers are severely wounded. Wow, these legs are actually getting quite vetted up. Vet 4, Vet 5, and very, very well placed inside the heavy cover. Make it very cinematic.
Back at me. Sappers in
Ooh,
the
getting some good hits on the snipers. Not the snipers, Royal Engineers, thanks to the artillery flares. Again, the Warfman's coming in for a barrage. This can be quite good. Oh,
Our capture point.
miss.
They're
Nice
trying
dodge.
to take it.
And we'll hit the forward HQ, getting some damage onto it. Nice healing on the backside prevents these snipers from going down anytime soon.
Engineers reporting. We finished repairs.
Oh! That was a good hit by the Comets, and very lucky, I would say that.
Repairs completed.
Do have the flame mortar barrage coming on in, and losing this veterancy is actually quite detrimental. Luckily, this barrage is very focused and very has slower rate of fire. We'll actually save both of those squads. Man Panther at veterancy 3. You got a large wave of infantry coming in. Another squad of Rollo engineers had been built with Piets as well. Did lose the infantry section, however, in that engagement. A engagement. These tanks are very vetted as well. Vet 2, Vet 3. White Phosphorus hitting that squad. Not exactly very nice to do. White Phosphorus is some really nasty stuff in real life. Wow, I just realized that all this area has been secured up by the UKF player. The tickets are very, very similar at the moment. And it's just
Enemy
now
causing trouble, trying to take one of our points.
the UKF player has pulled ahead in VPs, but only by a small margin at the moment. 2 sniper shots doing some great damage onto the Command Panther. Still no Sturm Pioneers. Has rebuilt the Shira Panzercorps, is getting a Jagdpanzer. I probably would have just saved up for King Tiger. I mean, by the time you built that, get the Jagdpanzer, you could have got a
We're
King
losing a
Tiger.
capture point.
I mean, Shira Panzercorps is 120 fuel plus the half track, so plus 15. The Jagdpanzer is another 135. That is about 270 fuel. That's approaching for the King Tiger. And the manpower equivalent, along with the 250 you already have, I think you would have got the King Tiger in the same time. Which probably wouldn't be,
Damned enemies
be a
trying to
little
take
bit better.
point from us.
More armor, more 18 infantry damage. He really does need more infantry assets. His name was man population. That's the only reason why he couldn't get the daggers, because he was already at he did not have enough population. So the Jagdpanzer has actually can actually be deployed actually. Stun shot has come in from the crit sniper. Piet's coming in onto the Jagdpanzer. Oh, massive hit. Jagdpanzer is severely damaged. He really does, and he will max out population. He will not get in with Boom Pioneers here from there anytime soon. And will destroy one of the Comet tanks. Turret may be snared, but he was in the exact angle to hit that tank.
Sappers back to full
Again,
strength.
panning around goes across the other side of the map, and again like that. What's
Up west, those gangs like old Alfred.
not sure why he keeps on doing that.
All the people were busy dropping their nickels for dollars.
One of the Comet tanks down, and the Command Panther at Veterancy 5
Enemy threatening a capture point.
now affects all units, is not just. And a very nice barrage, but luckily he was not repairing with his Sturm with his Rollo engineers, saving their lives. We have a Firefly being deployed on out. Most likely tulips are not available in the foreseeable future because they are
Firefly is ready
expensive,
to give
but
someone a bloody nose.
still a very good long-range anti-tank asset.
That's better. Back at full strength.
Up you go, intercom check.
Take cover! Ready, push over!
More sniper shots into the Panzer IV. Panzer IV can withstand quite a bit of beating. Both those shots did not pen. Cromwell and Firefly now moving on in. We do got turret snare on the
Enemy causing
Panzer
trouble,
IV by the
trying to
snipers.
take one of our points.
Multiple down Brens.
We have
It'd be
200
great
points now.
if a Volkswagen disc squad can be built and pick those up, or the Sturm Pioneer. More artillery flares. This half-track is ready to fire. He's just trying to get a good shot. Yes, he got a unit inside the sniper nest, which may get destroyed, but does provide him some good vision. Oh, he missed that sniper's nest. Port assembly is now severely damaged. Incendiary rounds being called on in onto that Royal Engineer squad. Man Panther has to sink quite a bit of fire.
Promotion!
Resistance! Enemy anti-tank guns suppressed. Machine gun fire! Far too close, boyo!
There's a Comet tank ready to go.
Now we do have another Comet tank. A lot of anti-tank assets from both sides. Though they still have both sides are down to one stand frontline infantry unit. We have reinforcing Volks. That can be quite nice, especially in order he also has a pair of Brens to pick up.
Somebody's shooting at us.
Taking shots!
Does have a slow crit being initiated right there, and apparently that slow crit does not need the crit
Squad's
shots.
gone.
I'm not so sure. I don't know that guy can put crits based on efficiency.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
It looks like one of the Royal Engineers may in fact gone down. Yeah, you can see their bodies there. Going ahead and destroying that mechanic warfare. And that Volk squad has not picked up those pair of Brens. May not even realize it. This lag is being hit on by the snipers. If he loses that veterancy, that'd be very detrimental. The lag will be saved. Vet 5 likes are something you do not want to lose. They take forever to vet up, and that's when they start seeing some veterancies when they actually start being really good. These common tanks are being poked away. The Command Panther is receiving quite a bit of fire of his own. This common tank will go down.
The enemy have knocked out a comet tank.
And that common tank will actually survive. This, ooh, this Panzer IV may go down, but the Firefly will go down as well, but it only gets abandoned. So you can quickly crew it up, initiative vehicle and crew repair. And hopefully may be able to save it.
Now this is bloody dangerous, boyo!
Jagdpanzer looks like they'll go in and destroy that Firefly. Now that is down. Ooh. Overman just barely wounds the sniper twice.
Ready for orders.
Man, Cromwell's still alive, but main gun destroyed. This Vet 3 Comet is still alive, severely damaged. You have another reinforcing Firefly, but he's fighting against a very veteran Panzer force now. Vet 2 Jagdpanzer, Vet 5 Command Panther, Vet 3 Panzer 4. Both sides are very wounded, but do have a bit of a resource stockpile by the OKW because he's at pop cap. So he can replace anything he loses. The British player, not so much. Does have a bit of fuel, but not a whole lot of manpower. These Brens still not having secured up by this unequipped Volk squad and the upgrade of STGs. If he would have picked up those Brens, it would be more potent, give him some more longer range firepower.
Sherman Firefly complete.
Munitions are very sparse, does not even have enough of the tank commander upgrade for his Firefly. The player has a very good foothold at the moment. Has a nice small VP advantage at this point.
Trying to take a point from us. Under fire! Damn, the bastards are good.
Before the HQ is starting to be besieged by the Ligs. It looks like the Panzer Warfare will go and finish off. Oh, wipes out the last infantry section. And now he's going to have to rely on the snipers for infantry now. Common tank's now severely damaged. Currently has a marked target on him. Her sniper shots not destroy or even damage the Panzer IV. And the Firefly is severely wounded. The only thing remained is he could send his Cromwell up front in order to draw fire. That's about it. He's building another Firefly, getting some more ranged firepower, but he's not in a good position. One Royal Engineer is not enough to repair this stuff up. He has enough manpower. Yes, he is getting another Royal Engineer. Snipers can easily handle anti-infantry, and he loses one to Lig. That's some substantial amount of veterancy loss, and there goes the other one. And he kills off the guy for quite good finish. It does actually free up population for another Panzer IV, which means more medium armor he has to deal with. Panzer Warfare eyeing to get those snipers, definitely. There's a sideways barrage! We'll get one of the snipers.
Enemy causing trouble.
He has nothing to heal up this other sniper. He needs to build a forward HQ to get medics or get a Tommy squad, upgrade them with medics. That's it. There's nothing to heal that sniper. And with more Panzer IVs as a substantial amount, the British player is not in a good position. We'll be facing triple cap against him soon, and with only 60 points remaining, he is not in a very good position. Sniper should just go ahead and just sneak forward, have hold fire on, only be ready to pitch in the shot when needed. We'll get a turret lock onto the Panzer IV, but that's not exactly too important. It's about ready to go down anyways. Panzer IV will go down. He's rushing forward with his Royal Engineers. One that does equip with Piets, the other one just with Stens. Ooh, Command Panzer IV is almost down. He's rushing his forward armor. But there's a gauntlet. The Command Panther does in fact go down. Firefly goes down. This Jagdpanzer may go down. The other Firefly goes down, just remaining Comet and a Cromwell versus a Panzer IV and soon to be another Jagdpanzer. There is a sheer Panzer Quarters pitching some more damage. Both sides have lost a significant amount of armor, but they're still double capped in favor of the OKW.
With 25 points left.
Comet does throw a grenade out at the sheer Panzer Quarters. Panzer IV will go ahead and go down. The Panzer IV will go down. Saving up his field, cancels the Jagdpanzer. He decides to calls in GG, and he surrenders when that's a premature surrender. His opponent's armor is on the last leg. He bring in a Command Panther, and he has a double cap in his favor. He could have bled out his opponent VPs at the time being. He could have easily won. That was not a well thought out surrender. He was actually in a winning position. Yes, he lost all of his vehicles. He's approaching enough before, however, another Command Panther contest. He had plenty of time to stall out. That was not a good surrender. That was an all-in that paid out quite well. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.